Hi, so in this video we are going to focus on several things, and mainly we are going to create a game instance. The reason for creating a new game instance class, it's because this allows us to save our score from one level to another level. If we don't do this, the score will always be reset to 0 whenever we load a new level, because we are actually going to have several levels. So just to show you how things will work, I'm going to click on play now. I've already implemented this, but we are going to do this together. I'm going to click on play so you can see the results. As you can see, this is the first level. I'm going to pick up a star, which gives me 15 points. And I have added a level complete actor. It's invisible. It's almost above the bomb, which you cannot currently see. So I'm going to enter it to go to the next level. And this is just for testing purposes. So if I go to the next level now, my score of 15 will be remembered. And as you can see, this is the level 2. I added some cubes here so we could differ between level 1 and level 2. And as you can see, I'm still having my score of 15. And we can achieve this by using a game instance, which we are going to create now. There are actually several ways of doing this, but I feel like one of the easiest ways was really by just making use of a game instance. The game instance class is global and persistent. Let's just create one and you will see. As you can see, I've already done this here, but I'm gonna show you how to do it. So if you just right click, go to blueprints, and you search for game instance in all classes, you should select this one here. And if you look what the pop-up text here says, it says that game instance, high-level manager object for an instance of the running game. Spawned at game creation and not destroyed until game instance is shut down. Running as a standalone game, there will be one of these. So this allows us to remember data even though we change level. So we can remember our score. So select game instance and click on select to create one. So once you've done this, name it BP_ball game instance. I've already done this, so I'm gonna just delete this new created file here. And I want you to open up the game instance. And I want you to add a new variable, make it integer, and call it score. As you can see, I've already done this here. So click on add and make sure to select integer here and name it score, just like I've done here. So I'm going to delete that. I've already done this. And what I want you to do then is to add a simple function here or an event. Just right click, custom event. And I want you to do exactly as above. Call it add score. Name the function add score here. And what you just should do is to select this, click on the plus, and make sure you have a score input here. And the type should be integer. And drag out your score variable like this. And you should just add these together. Just type plus, add these together. And then of course we need to save our score value. So I'm going to drag this out and select set score. And connect these together. So you should end up with having something like this as above. So as you can see, I've already done this above, so I'm gonna delete this function. This was just for demonstration purposes, just to show you how to do it. So I'm gonna delete this. So what you need to do now in order to use this game instance, because you need to tell Unreal that you want to use this game instance called BP Ball Game Instance. Okay, that's how I named my game instance. If you go to Edit, Project Settings, you just search for Game Instance. If you search for that, you can see that it says Game Instance here, Game Instance Class. Make sure to choose your class, BP Ball Game Instance. And then just close this down, compile and save. So now you're having your game instance selected and it's being used by Unreal. So this is how it looks like. And what we need to do more is to, let's see, well, if you, we are gonna create a new level. It's called BP Level Complete Actor actually. But before doing that, we're gonna create a new level. So if you go into Content Drawer, select Maps, because as I mentioned, we are going to change level to level 2. So I want you to right click and choose level here to create one. I've already done this. So create one and name it level 2 just like I have done. And open it up by double clicking on it. Once you have selected and opened level 2, I want you to add, just 3 cubes by going up here. Go to basic. Let's see, you can go to shapes actually and select cube here. Add 3 of them. If you hold on the Alt key and drag, you will actually make a copy of these. So make sure you have 3 cubes here so you can easily differ between level 1 and level 2. And also when creating this level, make sure to go to File, New Level, because currently the level is by default black. Okay, so when you create a new level, it's by default black. So when you open up level 2, make sure to select File, New Level, click on Basic and click on Create. I'm gonna do that again just so you can see what's going on. So you should get something like this, and I'm gonna add some cubes to it so you can see how this is working. Alright, so Unreal was thinking for a few seconds there. So I'm gonna hold down the Alt key. I'm gonna drag this down. Alright, it doesn't need to be perfect. I just want 3 cubes here so you can see that this is level 2. So make sure to save this level. I'm gonna overwrite level 2 because I already created this. I'm gonna click on save. Yes, I want to overwrite. So now we have a level 2. I'm going to go back to level 1 because we are going to change to level 2. So I'm going to go back to level 1. And what we are going to do now is to create a level complete actor. So let's do this. I'm going to go to blueprints. Let's see. Let's go to here we go. I can go to Content Blueprints Actors. You have a BP level complete actor. So I'm gonna, what you need to do is just right click, create a new blueprint class, and select actor, and name it accordingly. BP underscore level complete. Okay. Already done this, so I'm gonna open up mine. And what we're going to do here is, let me just show you for demonstration purposes. I'm just gonna delete everything I've done here so you can see what's going on. I'm gonna delete this box. It should look like this for you right now. So we need a box component to detect overlaps. So I'm gonna add a box here. You can just search for it. Box. It's a box collision. I'm gonna increase the size of it by going to the viewport and selecting extent here. I'm gonna make it a little bit bigger, yeah, something like that. So by default it's having some big space, and going to the event graph, I'm gonna right click on it and select add on component begin overlap. I'm gonna cast this actor to BP ball, and I'm gonna print string here level complete. And then if we come to the true query as well, we are gonna do something called open level by object reference. This allows us to open a completely new level. I'm gonna choose level 2. That's the one we just created. So overlapping this actor will just, create level 2 for us. So now we are going to level 2. So if you open up your BP controller, we need to do some things here as well, because we are gonna save our score. So really, I'm gonna use this as a placeholder, so we're gonna do this together. But what you need to do here to save a score, first off, each time a level starts, this begin play function of the controller will run. So if I just go to level 2 and show you, if you go to level 2 maps, I'm gonna open up level 2. If you select world settings here to the right, we need to make sure our level is using BP ball game mode. Okay. Make sure you save your game, or save your settings, I mean. So you can see that it's a selected game mode. Default pawn class is BP ball. Player controller class is BP ball controller. And so this will load our default classes. And we're using this ball controller. So if you go back to the ball controller, this is used for each level that loads, and what we're going to do is load our points from it. Okay, so because we want to save points, we are going to get it from the game instance. So I'm going to get the game instance. I'm going to cast to BP ball game instance. I'm going to right click and choose convert to pure cost. This removes the execution pins. You can drag from here and type score. This is the score we just created in our game instance. And what we are going to do is set this score here. And we're going to set it to whatever we just read from the game instance. This is a score variable down here. And what are we going to do next? Well, I'm going to do a print string. I'm going to duplicate that. You can just right click and choose print screen. And then we can do an add to score from the player HUD, because we want to update the HUD as well. I'm going to do an add to score. Okay, so I'm going to connect this add to viewport here. And I'm going to connect the score in here, so we print the score instead of hello. So really, you should end up with something like this above here. This was just for demonstration purposes, so I'm going to delete what I've just done here, just to show you. I'm going to connect this to the part up here. And we can change the comments to update HUD score and read score from game instance. This allows us to maintain our score for each level that we load. So we almost finished for testing, but not yet. If you go to the BP HUD, you can see that in the HUD we're having this add to score function. This runs each time we pick up a star and add some score. But what you really need to do here is the same thing. You need to add the score to the game instance. Okay. So in order to do that, what you can do, if you go to the WBP HUD, the add to score function, you can just well, get the game instance, cast to BP ball game instance. You can right click, convert to pure cost, and then you can access its functions. We are having an add to score function. Ball game instance. It's called add score actually. Add score. So that's the function in our game instance. So make sure to connect it to, well, just before the set text here for the text score, almost at the end of this function. So it looks like this. So I'm connecting the score pin here to this one, add score. And yeah, so do it like this. I'm gonna name it to save score to game instance. Okay, so you can see what's happening here. I'm gonna remove what I'm done here because that was just for demonstration purposes. And make sure that you connect this score we just updated here to add score function, because that's the new score we want to save to the game instance. This is just for print string and debug purposes. We don't really need this anymore, but I'm gonna keep it there for now at least. We can remove it later if you want to. So just to summarize this, we have created a game instance with an add to score function to save score in the game instance. This is the score we read in the controller. If I go back to the controller, you can see that each time a new level begins, we are getting here, and we are reading the score from the game instance here, as you can see, and saving it to our score variable in our controller. This way we are saving score between each levels. And I'm printing it here, and then we are updating the HUD because we need to run the add to score function like this to update the HUD. And I'm leaving it at a value of 0 because in this case we don't want to add score, we just want to update the GUI, the graphical user interface. If you don't do this, it will not show the correct score when we load a new level. Okay, so make sure you have this like this and set to 0 down here. Alright, let's test this out and see how things work. So I'm gonna go back to level 1. This is level 1. And by the way, in order to test this, you need to go to actors and we have a level complete actor we just created. I'm going to open it up again. This is the level complete actor. It's just an overlap, as you can see. So what I want you to do is just drag this out, okay, like this. I'm going to delete mine so you can see what I'm doing. It's invisible, so make sure you place it somewhere you can see it, or somewhere where you know its location is. I'm going to place it, close to the portal. Actually, I'm going to place it next to the portal. So whenever we are finishing our levels, we will, trigger this, and this will take us to the next level. So this is like a trigger for a level complete. So we will use this when building our levels. So I'm gonna make it a little bit bigger. So let's see, if I select this and go to the details, select box, we have this extent. I'm gonna do this, and I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna move it to the left. Okay, I think this is good. So what I'm gonna do is pick up the star and just roll over that trigger there to take us to the next level. So let's test and see how this works. And let's also check out the score. Alright, as you can see, I just came to the next level and it says score 15. We have 3 retries left. And as you can see, we are having these 3 cubes also, which indicates that we are at the next level. So things are working very well. There is one more thing we still need to fix, and we're going to do that in the next lecture, and that's really the retries. We need to reduce the retries whenever we fall off, the screen or any ledge. So if we fall off, if I fall down like this on a level, we need to be able to respawn and then reduce the retries. And after that, I believe we are getting ready to build up our levels to have some fun. Alright, so thanks for watching. We will continue with this in the next one. Bye for now.